Hi Fuzzies! In this video, I'm going to make artist cards as gifts for my friends and family for Toy Day. I was inspired by these cards I made in high school as part of an art assignment. Artist trading cards are a thing, but these are the only ones I've ever made. These are also inspired by Amiibo cards, since one of my friends wants to have Punchy in his town, but he hasn't been able to get him yet. I'll be making his card functional so he can finally invite Punchy to his island. I sketched out some plans and started on a practice card that would be Bob, of course. I'm using acrylic paints on cold-pressed watercolor paper, and I was surprised at how well this works, since I've only used acrylics on canvases before. The watercolor paper held up pretty well for this. I wanted to do acrylic instead of watercolor because I just like acrylic better. It's way more forgiving, and I have a lot more bright acrylics, so it was an easy choice for me. After making my sketch, I started out with painting the background a textured pink, making the frame with some Bobish colors, and then starting on the Bob himself. I've painted Bob a bunch of times before, so this is really easy for me. I just can't get enough of this guy, and I think this card turned out pretty good. Next, I painted the cards for my friends. As I mentioned before, my friend Joey really likes Punchy, so making a fake Amiibo card for him was a no-brainer. My friend Lyrium, on the other hand, isn't that into Animal Crossing, but they really like Piplup, so I thought it would be fun to paint Piplup as an Animal Crossing character for his card. This was a bit more tricky. I based the penguin off Aurora, who has a similar face pattern, and I thought the chest dots look a little bit like overall buttons, so I gave this Piplup overalls. For the backgrounds, I made the Punchy one a basic gray, but Piplup's is based on the Pokemon card with ice fragments in it. And these are the finished guys. I used some Amiibo magic to make Punchy's card work. Punchy's such a good boy. Bob will always be my favorite lazy boy, but Punchy's really good too. Anyway, now that was done, it was time to move on to the last set of cards. These cards are from my dad and mom. I was debating if I should draw Samus or Link for my dad since he really likes both Metroid and Zelda games, but after a failed attempt at drawing Samus's suit, I decided Link was probably the better option. I based it on Link's outfit in New Leaf, which I hope gets brought over to New Horizons someday. For my mom, the obvious choice was Etoile, since she's my mom's favorite Animal Crossing character. She loves when Etoile sings, and I agree, that is super cute. To make these cards extra special, I wanted to add some flair to them, so for the Link card, I used this metallic gold paint, and for Etoile, you'll see that at the end. These ended up taking a bit longer than Punchy and Piplup since these characters are a bit more detailed. Do you collect Amiibo cards? I only have a few from a card pack that, funnily enough, Joey got for me a few years ago for my birthday, and I've picked up a few from eBay before I learned that you can write to NFC stickers from an app on your phone. Someday I think I'd want to try and collect all the Animal Crossing cards though, since they are pretty cool, especially the special character ones. The only special character card I have is Copper, who's probably one of my least favorite NPCs in Animal Crossing, honestly. Anyway, now that the cards are done, it's time to add a special touch to Etoile's card. This is a technique that was taught to me by my painting teacher, and she probably regretted it afterwards. I paint with glue and then use this pixie dust to add glitter, and it will stick to where the glue is. Perfect for Etoile. Now that the cards are done, here's Bob, Punchy, Piplup, Link, and Etoile. Which is your favorite? I'm surprised at how well the Link turned out since I usually struggle with human characters more than animals. I love the gold paint accents especially. I think they look really nice. Anyway, that's it for today. Don't forget to get gifts for your villagers for Toy Day, and remember that bad times are just times that are bad. See you later!